Hi, and welcome to my channel. Or if you're a returning subscriber, hi again. It's so nice to see you back here for another video. My name's Tesslark, and today I'm going to show you how you can make this stunning 3D epoxy flower. To save some time in this video, I went ahead and I pre-mixed my resin, but this mold holds about 75 to 80 milliliters of resin, so I went and pre-mixed that up, setting aside a little bit of resin to make some white resin with later. And here I'm just going to go ahead and pour some of that resin in a small cup off to the side so I can go ahead and mix up some white. Starting off with some Pinata Colors alcohol ink, and I will have all of the materials that I used for this project linked in the description down below, so if anybody's interested in finding out exactly what I used, all of that information will be down there for you. I've also added some mica powder to this in the color Periwinkle Glow, and that's just going to give my finished resin a really beautiful translucent blue sheen to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and mix up this pigment into my resin, making sure that I'm scraping both the sides and the bottom of my container, and then we will move on to the next step. And for this flower, I'm going to be using yellow and red by Pinata Colors as well. Starting off here, just putting a couple of drops of that red in the center, and then I'm going to go around that red with some yellow. And I'm really hoping to get some orange in the middle. We'll see how this project turns out at the end. And I'd like to take a minute to remind you that if you are liking this video, please don't forget to give it a like. It not only helps out my channel a whole lot, but it also lets me know that I'm making content that you want to see from me. The next step will be to make my petals. So I'm scraping off some of the resin on the bottom of my popsicle stick, and then I'm just going to go around the top and make some petal patterns around this piece. I do have a lot of other resin flower tutorials here on YouTube using some different techniques, different colors, different backgrounds. So I'll make sure to link a couple of those down below, but make sure that you subscribe because I do post weekly. When I'm making my petals, I want to go pretty close to that outside rim because as the resin cures, it does tend to sort of shrink up and sort of come into the middle of the piece. But if you have some colored resin hitting the sides of the piece, it can make it a little bit harder for it to shrink up together and create a really cool effect. For this piece, I think I'll do just about 3 layers of petals. And then after that, I will give this piece about 24 hours to harden completely. I'm just going to make a little swirl here in the center. And then I'll give it a quick hit with my heat gun to pop any of those little air bubbles that are starting to form. And I'll cover this up and we'll see how it's looking in the morning. I just wanted to show you guys what this piece is looking like about 30 minutes after I let it cure. It's looking so cool from the back and I cannot wait to pull this out of the mold. Alright, so I went ahead and I let this piece set up overnight. It's really solid, totally cured, so let's just pull it out of the mold and see how it turned out. Oh, look at that. This is so cool. I love the swirl in the center. It is a little bit blobby, but honestly, I don't really mind. I also really love how we get the red start to blend out and get orange around the sides, and then this nice layer of yellow, and then the white petals. It's definitely looking really, really cool. So for this one, I think that I want to go ahead and give it a little border or an edge. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Deco Color Premium Paint Pen just to give this a nice border. I love these Deco Color Premium paint pens for giving a really shiny metallic finish. The sides of this particular piece are pretty bumpy, so I would just suggest taking your time getting over all those little bumps and ridges. And after I've gotten my sides fully painted, I'll go ahead and do a border around it. And as you can see here, I'm holding the coaster on either side, giving some space in between my hand and the coaster at the bottom, just to make sure that I'm not going to smudge this paint pen as I'm going. And I'd love to know in the comments below what you guys think of this project, what colors you'd like to see next, or if you have another suggestion for some sort of paint pen or very metallic gold finishing paint that I could use for my pieces. Let me know. I love learning from you guys. And then when I'm making my border, I do like to lay the piece down flat on my table or working surface. And I'm just going to go ahead and carefully go right around that outside ridge just to create a nice border. And instead of moving the piece, I'm going to go ahead and move all of my wax paper to kind of keep it still, but to just bring it a little bit closer to where I'm working. Alright, now we've got a nice border on this piece, and this piece is finished up. I absolutely love the way that this turned out. Let me know what you guys think below in the comments. Leave me a comment letting me know what color combination you want to see next time. And also, thank you so much for being here, especially if you made it all the way to the end of this video. And if you did make it all the way to the end of this video, leave me some sort of plant emoji. I think it's fitting, but also maybe slightly confusing for anyone who hasn't made it this far. As always, you guys, thank you so much for spending some of your time with me. Thank you for being here. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a like, and if you want to see more from me, don't forget to subscribe. I hope that you found this video to be informative or inspiring, and I hope that you make something of your own today, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!